Hi everyone, this is my second video about the Pisces eclipse, the fault in their stars. This is about the manifestations of the lower and higher vibrations that come with this Pisces energy. Overall, this influence can make things hard to see as they are. It tends to make things work like smoke and mirrors, so where you don't quite know if you are seeing what you think you are seeing, or if it's just a mirage, or where you think you see something, but you're more or less going off of your gut feeling, and you might be lacking the hard evidence that everyone would rather have when making these important decisions. This energy is forcing everyone to listen to their intuition, their gut feeling, their inner knowing, that this is the road that they need to take, that they need to be on, or where they need to go. The good thing is that our intuition is working at a very, very high level at this time. Pisces rules intuition, psychic experiences, and other metaphysical phenomena. So we're more likely to experience them more intensely at this time with the karmic eclipse energy hanging around, especially if you have a personal connection to it. There is a much more difficult, lower, and negative vibration attached to this energy. You might find some people are elusive or mysterious or in not a good way, or maybe you don't quite know where they stand, or in some cases, maybe you have a bad feeling. Some of us could be wearing rose-colored glasses about some sort of situation and thinking everything is great, only to have the second shoe drop and all the illusions suddenly falling away and false realities dissolving. That can be quite a shock for some people. When it is operating at its lowest vibration, you'll find that people are willfully dishonest, deceptive, nasty. In some cases, they could be prone to theft or fraud, dishonorable behavior, scandals. You might even find this type of behavior is just a little more prevalent at this time. If you're ignoring your intuition, you might be completely unaware that this is going on right under your nose, even. With this energy, there could be some real deceitful people out there, almost willing to take you for all you got, even if they might be already well off all on their own. There could be some people also that just fall on difficult times and they don't know how to handle it and maybe make some not so wise decisions. So just be careful when you're doing any big deals, especially anything to do with business or business oriented. If you get a bad feeling, maybe hold off on signing on the dotted line until you get more information. There could very well be something more going on behind the scenes that you're just unaware of and will likely come out with time. At the same time, past devious deeds could suddenly come to light, likely when you least expect it. This could end up changing everything in some cases. Some of us could be more sensitive to these to this and suddenly wake up and start to notice somebody's not so honorable actions of the past and present. Scandals new and old are likely to come up with this energy, as well as being more likely to occur at this time. I can't stop thinking about Harper when I think about that energy. So, it can also cause a change in undertone, a shift in trends and public opinions as well, on a large scale and on a small scale, personal scale. It is also likely that dubious dealings of others, this is especially if you have been dubious in your dealings with others. So if you've been deceitful, shady, or dishonest and happen to get away with it, this energy is saying that it just might not be completely over yet. And I wouldn't recommend giving it another try either, as people are more intuitive at this time and are more likely to see through these tactics and begin to shy away from this more negative influence. This energy is trying to get you in touch with your more mystical, spiritual, compassionate side. It's helping us reset our intuitive, spiritual, moral compass. But not everyone is going to move towards these higher vibrations, and they may completely miss this boat. And in that case, they may find themselves lost out at sea on the RSS of dishonesty, deception, and delusions instead. That is, if they didn't happen already to live there. My hope is that this energy will manifest in one of the more higher, positive vibrations, such as through good deeds, compassion, charity, unconditional love, and universal oneness. As a result of these universally difficult times, it is my hope that it will entice people to pull together and to be there for one another, unlike we have in the past. To be kind and understanding to one another, to put yourself in another's shoes, and to be quicker to help others instead of just sitting there and watching another in pain. This energy is forcing hard times onto many. It's showing us that money isn't everything, that our stuff isn't everything, that pieces of our life that you might have once thought were solid could slip away if you aren't careful, if you maybe take it for granted. It is showing us that what is truly important in the world is how we treat others, and most of all ourselves. With the effects of this eclipse, we will be more likely to see a compassionate side. Overall, it is very likely to elevate the universal consciousness of the world in a great many ways, in a rapid, expansive, difficult, unpredictable, turbulent, and yet some karmically magical ways as well. Should be quite the ride. This energy is part of the last hit of 7 huge leaps of evolution that we've been enduring for the past 3 years or so. This one has some extra power associated with it. We haven't seen energy like this since the 1930s, and this isn't going to be easy in a lot of cases. But there's definitely something that we will appreciate once it's all said and done. This energy makes us drawn to purity, honesty, compassion, feel-good stories, and universal love. This is some of the ways the karmic factor is likely to show through. As we will appreciate this more, we will be more likely to point this out and see the good deeds of others, and maybe not be so forthcoming with people that might be not so deserving of them. We will be more likely to see stories of random acts of kindness celebrated, as well as rags to riches stories pop up and Cinderella stories. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, I already have an article written about it on my AstroQueen Facebook page. It is because of all these hard times, it will be especially important that we be good to others, and people will be watching out for that. Look after one another and stay as honest as you can with your dealings, because misunderstandings can result from this energy even when you're being completely honest and forthright. People could end up deceiving you, and they may not even realize they're misleading you at times. If you haven't been on the straight and narrow with others, I would start getting a little worried right now. This energy loves karma, and this type of karma could even get a little cheeky at times. So if your karma hasn't been so great, then the energy just might herald a little old-fashioned deliverance might be on its way. This energy is about as mystical and psychic and intuitive and spiritual as it gets. It is well known for psychic experiences, and they may be experienced a lot more than usual at this time. Your intuition and gut feelings might be a little more intense and powerful with this energy, and our psychic faculties will be working a little more readily, optimally, and efficiently now. You might notice a bit of a boost by way of your intuition, whether you consider yourself psychic or not, and you're more likely to feel that gut feeling if something is or isn't right. Use it. Listen to it. If there's something bothering you, there's likely a very good reason for it. In extreme cases, some people may even experience strange or weird occurrences happening. This might be of a mystical or psychic or paranormal or metaphysical or supernatural nature. It could go unnoticed, or maybe you might go, "Oh, did that happen? Did that really happen like that?" It could be as simple as a weird coincidence, or maybe something that makes you think of a loved one. Spirituality. You might learn a thing or two about spirituality over this time in one way or another. It's likely to be on our minds a little bit more in our daily lives more than usual. Spirituality may be experienced, accepted, and even brought into the home in some way or fashion. There's likely to be a fair amount of people that find themselves recently experiencing a renewed faith in spiritual mediums or psychic-oriented matter, or possibly find themselves moving towards a more religious view in some way. The world is experiencing such uncertain and difficult times that more people might be drawn to the spiritual realm in one way or form to pull through it. Many have moved away from religion, and there could be some that are unexpectedly drawn into religion at this time. There could be those people that suddenly decide they're born again Christians, or there could be the odd person that decides that they're going to suddenly turn into radical extremists. Many are not going to be able to help being more interested in spirituality in one way or in some way. I get the sense that a lot of people are not so interested in the older forms of spirituality and religion and are starting to turn towards other avenues of spirituality, possibly something a little less stringent and intense, move towards something a little more accepting and peaceful. For many, this could mean that people are suddenly drawn to or choosing to pursue new forms of spirituality altogether, suddenly paying attention to something that has gone unnoticed till now. Maybe you start paying attention to something surrounding mediumship, or pick up a tarot deck for the first time, or maybe start paying attention to an astrology column. With that being said, there will also be a higher demand for people in almost every type of spiritual profession. So people that are truly gifted at what they do will likely experience an increased demand over the next year and beyond. That's not to say there won't be scammers out there, but if they truly have a gift, then this will be the time when they really start to shine at what they do. Overall, I'm just seeing major changes for people by way of their spirituality. This might mean traditionally intense people are less motivated by their old spiritual beliefs or traditional spiritual beliefs, or possibly these beliefs will be tested. Others might be suddenly drawn into the spiritual world and perhaps decide it's worth pursuing or looking into a new spiritual avenue altogether. If for more information, please like AstroQueen Astrology on Facebook and subscribe to AstroQueen Astrology on YouTube. Have a good day.